This week's best MMA bets, we're talking UFC Vegas 106. I'm going to give you guys my lock of the week, my most confident picks on the card. We'll talk favorite underdogs, Degen Props of the night, and then close out the show with the parlays. So make sure you guys smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn the post notifications on, and make sure you share the video too. Now, last week was a disappointment for the Savage Dog lock. My Savage Dog didn't look so savage. He went out cold. Mike Malott chinned Charles Radke. I had a lot too much. I was going to say a little too much faith, but no, I had a lot too much faith in Chuck Buffalo's hands. I really thought he'd be able to close the gap and let some boxing combinations fly, but it seemed like he only had hands and Malott had a lot more weapons and was able to manage distance really well. He goes from getting a decision over Trevin Giles looking meh to chinning Charles Radke. So respect to Mike Malott in Canada, representing and defending the home soil against the loudmouth savage himself in Charles Radke. I guess he's not as much of a savage after the lock. I like his style. I think he's a good brawler, but Mike Malott ended him. And yeah, Savage Dog Lock takes a hit. What's it, 7 out of 11 on this show? Okay, we're still looking ahead and things are positive. And we have an Apex card, and I feel like there's always a sneaky underdog or two that hits, maybe 3 that hits on this Apex card. And of course, I got to keep the Savage Dog Lock alive. I'm not backing down from a Savage Dog Lock fight. I got another one, all right? So we're jumping right into it. Without further ado, the lock of the week.
Thiago
Thiago Moisés Savage Dog Lock for UFC Vegas 106. I'm grateful that he's at plus money, man. I think he's got a real chance to beat Jared Gordon in this fight. And at the plus money tag, for me, just way too good of lines to pass up on a 30-year-old veteran who seems to be showing improvements. I thought he looked really good against Trey Ogden. You guys know, leading up to that fight, I was thinking Trey Ogden could handle the business there. But for him to go out and beat up Trey Ogden, I was like, okay, Moisés has turned the corner a bit. He didn't even look awful against Ludovic Klein, but he did get handled. His grappling skills have always been good. He's been doing jiu-jitsu forever, and he has slick submissions. And I mean, look, the damn fight against Ludovic, he's threatening with a damn leg lock, right? The knee bar was almost there. And I feel like the jiu-jitsu skill set that Moisés has is a clear-cut advantage against Jared Gordon. Now, Gordon is more so a boxer, wrestler type style. He's got pretty good punches. Jared Gordon's got pretty good pressure. He can rip some nice combinations, backing people up against the cage. And, you know, he got a nice knockout of Mark Madsen, but Jared Gordon has never really been known as like a heavy-handed guy. He's got a decent enough thud on his shots, but normally more so a decision winner and a damn good brawler and absolutely has a lot of heart. It's not like I'm expecting Jared Gordon to turtle up in a ball and lay down against Thiago Moisés. I just feel like Thiago Moisés is cleaner in the stand-up game with a more well-versed striking tool set at this point. Though I like Jared Gordon's boxing from close range, I feel as though Moisés' Muay Thai-esque kickboxing style and ability to work well from distance should win him the fight. I do believe in the small cage. As much as Jared Gordon is a good pressure boxer, Thiago Moisés will be the better clinch grappler between the two. And even though Gordon normally has good grappling defense, he has been taken down before, and there's a possibility of Moisés looking to showcase some grappling. You have to also look at this fight as the battle of primes. Thiago Moisés right now is 30 years old. Truly, he's coming into his prime now. And he's taking on Jared Gordon, who's not really, you know, an old fighter. He's 36 years old. That's not old by any means, but, you know, 6-year age difference, same amount of UFC experience for the two. Yes, Gordon is coming off of a good fight against Nasrat Haqparast, and it was a back-and-forth one, and then Haqparast won a close decision against Esteban Ribovics. I know some felt he should have lost that decision, but nonetheless, Jared Gordon is consistently showing to have that dog in him. But I feel like Thiago Moisés is not cowering or backing down for a fight, and I don't think that Gordon offers the knockout threat, the substantial explosiveness advantage, or even any explosiveness advantage. It's like more so I'm looking at this fight. Where does Gordon fuck Moisés up? He outboxes him for all 3 rounds. Moisés has a lot of weapons. It almost is comparable, but I'm not saying it's going to look the same. But look at how Charles Radke, Mike Malott ended up going. Radke has hands, but what else? Mike Malott had a lot more weapons. And I feel the same about this fight. Add into the fact that I believe Thiago Moisés is also the quicker striker, the cleaner kickboxer from range. Jared Gordon can make it a brawl, and I think Moisés can negate the brawling style of Gordon with some clinch grappling, with some takedown threats, and using a well-versed MMA game plan, which I'll anticipate that he brings. He also looked in better shape than ever before. He changed up his strength and conditioning protocol from like bodybuilding style training to sport specific. And you saw him look better than ever against Trey Ogden. And I'll be real with you, expect some kicks to land hard to the legs. I think that we're going to see Thiago Moisés show up as good as he's ever looked before, and he's fought against some elite opposition, and I think he's going to beat Jared Gordon. Now, the odds for the fight at the moment, plus 102. So you have ever so slight plus money if you're watching this video right now, and you're watching it soon around when I released. Hopefully it stays like that. You go out and throw a little plus money down. Jared Gordon is minus 122. The opening odds for the fight, though, had Thiago Moisés at minus 170. So a lot of love for the Jared Gordon side, but personally, I don't agree. I think Thiago Moisés has a lot more upside and potential moving forward, and he's only 30 years old and has a lot of UFC experience and has taken on some of the elites. Look at his fights, man. He still went 4 rounds with Makhachev. Yes, BSD beat his ass. There's been bad moments. There's been good moments, too. And he has consistently shown improvements, man. And I think Thiago Moisés can go out and win against Jared Gordon and even threaten by submission. Now, I would not go out and chase the submission prop. It's plus 550 if that's what you want. Decision is plus 225, but the money pick is the money line. Keep it right down the center. It's a plus money tag, plus 102. I'm going Savage Dog Lock. Thiago Moisés for UFC Vegas 106 to get back on track. And I'll be real with you guys. This one feels good. This one's got a good feeling about it. I feel it in my bones right now. Let me know in the comments if you agree. I want to see what Savage Dog Lock are you going with. Are you lined up with me? We going Thiago Moisés? Or some of you guys got something else? I also have other underdogs that I'll bring up in the dog section. But first things first, we got to jump to the most confident picks on the card. I'll bring them up on screen. Okay. So we're going to go one by one through the big four, and we'll talk about them. First things first. Yes, Michael Morales, of course. I really believe in the tool set and the improvement, the striking flow. I also think Gilbert Burns is way past his prime. He's lost, a handful of fights in a row now. And I think Gilbert Burns' best days are, I don't want to say so far behind him because he still looked good against Jack Della in moments, but his best days are behind him, chat. I got to take a sip for this one because I'm about to go off. Michael Morales has slick boxing skills. Michael Morales has the Ecuadorian wrestling base. And I guess people don't know that Ecuador has wrestlers, okay? I believe that Michael Morales is going to look really good in this fight. And I think this will be his best performance to date. He's coming off the biggest win of his life against Neil Magny. And a lot of people seem to be like looking at, oh, well, decision against Jake Matthews and Max Griffin. Just because in his 20s, he's winning a couple decisions, doesn't mean he's not going to get a knockout here and absolutely thrive. Look at what Jack Della did against Basil Hafez and then what he did against Bilal. So for young up-and-comers that are towards the, contendership level, expect leaps and bounds in skills each and every damn time you see him. And I think Michael Morales is a lock to beat the aging Gilbert Burns. Now, of course, he's a lock to beat him. The odds for this fight are atrocious. He is a minus 820 favorite, which I don't agree with that. The opening odds were minus 500. That's horrible. That's legitimately horrible. Betting-wise, it's no fun. But. What about KO? Oh, my God, minus 195. Yeah, there's really nothing betting-wise, man. You got to throw him in a long shot. That's about it. I mean, he's a huge favorite, but he's going to win the fight. And this section is most confident picks. I'm telling you the picks that I feel best about. I think Michael Morales is very live to knock Gilbert Burns out. He's got a massive reach advantage. He should have the grappling defense and just wrestling ability to stay in the striking department and use the hand speed. And I expect him to tune up Gilbert Burns, who he also has a massive reach advantage against. So I think a Michael Morales win seems, I want to say good as gold here, but betting-wise, it's not. It's fucking worthless betting-wise. And yeah, he's got an 8-inch reach advantage. Michael Morales at 25 to take out the 38-year-old Gilbert Burns and looked pretty damn good doing it. And I'm telling you guys, I think he's towards top 5 in the next 15 months, and I'm really excited to see it. So shout out Michael Morales. He's getting it done. Next up, my guy, Nursultan Ruziboev. Of course he's going to be in the most confident picks. You guys know I'm a Ruziboev's witness, all right? I picked him when nobody did against Bruno Ferreira long ago in his UFC debut, and I'm consistently going with Ruziboev a lot of the time. And I really like his style. I think the sniper kickboxing style is one of my favorite striking styles to watch. Good long-range strikes, 6'5" at 185. I don't know how the fuck this dude made 170. I think that was a big mistake cutting down to 170. Buckley was able to wrestle him up a bit, but at 85, his takedown defense is better than that. At 85, he has more power. At 85, he's able to showcase the skill set that I really have always believed is there. I don't know. There was a lot of people thinking Ruziboev was a fraud at one point. I don't think so. Ruziboev's good. Stand-up game is slick. He's also got good jiu-jitsu. I feel like Ruziboev's submission threat is completely overlooked by many. He's got 20 submission wins, and he's only been submitted one time, okay? He knows how to grapple. Now, Dustin Stoltzfus on the other side is like a tough, kind of gritty-ish kickboxing / grappler style. I don't know, karate-esque base to his style. He just fucked up Marc-Andre Barriault. Barriault fumbled the bag, brought him on top of him, got fucked up a bit from bottom position, and they got back to striking, and in a wild brawl, he chinned him. Before that, Bruno Ferreira knocked him out, and then he beat Punahele Soriano. Before that, Abus Magomedov in 19 seconds. I think Dustin Stoltzfus has, I don't want to say hype right now because he's a big underdog, but people are giving him more of a fighting shot maybe because of like a decent performance against Barriault and even a fun fight against Bruno Ferreira. But I think Nursultan Ruziboev is way too slick, tactical, clean, and precise in the stand-up to get fucked up by Stoltzfus. And I don't see Stoltzfus dragging Ruziboev to the ground and beating his ass. Ruziboev's going to handle business in this fight. And I think he's knocking Dustin Stoltzfus out. And yeah, I mean, the odds are wide, of course, but it is what it is. Minus 282. Ruziboev's style is a style that I genuinely enjoy watching, man. Tactical kickboxing with ground skills. The KO, the line is not great at minus 125, but I think in a parlay, even the knockout could be fun. Parlays at the end. I got something. I got something for you. All right? I got something for you. Let's keep running. Up next, Melky Costa, my guy. My guy, Melky. Former Savage dog lock for me, Melky Costa. I think he's going to beat Julian Erosa, man. He's around a minus 170 favorite to win. Erosa's striking right now is being very overrated because he looked like a pro boxer against Darren Elkins. I think Darren Elkins turned out to be washed as they come, okay? And Erosa's hands look good, but I think Melky Costa has very capable kickboxing skills. His Muay Thai striking style should be effective here. Erosa still leaves his hands damn low, and I think Melky Costa could even threaten with some high kicks, man. And then when you look at the physicality, I would assume Costa beats Erosa in a grappling match. I know there's kind of some hype on Erosa's submission game because the quick subs of, C-Rod and Ricardo Ramos, and, that's all great. But, yeah, Erosa's had some slick submission wins and upsets. But I feel like Melky Costa is too crafty with his ground skills to get submitted by Erosa. And I think if they do tie up and go to the ground, Costa's the one that ends on top. I feel like this fight is going to make sense, and it just makes sense to me that Melky Costa beats a Julian Erosa. Erosa has great moments of comeback and upsets against certain guys, but I think Costa is too well-rounded and too experienced to get caught up in some stupid shit. I'm going Melky Costa for the win, and I'm damn excited for him to showcase. I like Melky Costa. Now, money line is better in the minus 170 range. Does he get a submission? That'd be big at plus 700. I think KO is live at 2-1. But I definitely could see decision as well at plus 225. If I'm thinking method of victory is a little murky, I lean towards the side of money line. And it is, not a great tag. You're not at plus money. Oh my God, I'm running out. Melky Costa Savage dog. No, but minus 170 is still bettable and definitely parlayable. And I think that he wins and looks pretty good doing it against Julian Erosa. Erosa's also 35, Costa 28. Costa getting better each and every time. Both guys fought recently, of course. I love this matchup. And I really think Melky Costa's going to show that he's pretty good. And he's coming together nicely. Erosa doesn't have the power of a Steve Garcia. We saw Melky get fucked up in that fight. And it's like, oh, is he chinny? No. He doesn't have the grappling physicality of Thiago Moisés, who also beat Costa. And Thiago Moisés is my fucking dog lock on this card, okay? Melky Costa for the W. All right. He's going to handle business here. And I do think he's live to knock Julian Erosa out, but a submission or a decision, not crazy. Money line's the money side. And next up, we got another men's fighters. I'm keeping it to the male fighters, man. It's tempting to be like, yo, do I go for a confident pick on the ladies' fights at minus 650 for Gomes? Or, oh, shit, maybe she handles. Does Tisha pull through? I'm going for the men's fighters. Now, is DelValle making a debut? And it worries me just a fucking little bit. Just a fucking little bit. Right now, DelValle is a big favorite around the minus 450, minus 480 range. But I think he fucks Connor Matthews up. DelValle's undefeated. He's a good pressure fighter. He's got heavy hands. He's a brawler, and he leaves his chin and, himself kind of on the center line. As he's throwing, that head is there to be hit. There's not a ton of slickness and, movement, but there is a grit to him, and there's a dog to him. When we've seen Connor Matthews fucked up in some of these fights in the UFC, he got knocked out recently against, Delgado? I don't think he's bouncing back in 12 weeks from that knockout loss. I think DelValle's going to handle business here. I think DelValle's going to get in his face, beat him up, back him up, make him uncomfortable, and he's going to end up knocking him out. So I am going with the idea DelValle to pull through, and I do think he's live to get a finish as well. Inside distance for DelValle, plus 125. KO for DelValle is plus 250. Sub is plus 350. I lean towards KO. Matthews is all right. He's got a decent straight. Doesn't move his head a ton either, to be fair. And decent enough wrestling, but I think DelValle's too much of a dog for him. Too much of a savage for him. He got too much oomph for him. Too much, too much of that grit factor. Too much of that savage mode USA, even though it's, not USA, but you know what I'm saying? Savage mode. I think DelValle's going to make it a brawl, and I think he's going to pull through. Now, Connor Matthews' back is up against the wall. His job is on the line, and we've seen guys turn up and turn around after their backs against the wall. But damn, getting knocked out 2 months ago, and now we're throwing him in there? I don't think so. I think DelValle's fucking him up. So most confident picks, riding with the Savage 4. I want to keep running. I want to talk about some of my other favorite underdogs aside from the Savage dog lock. We'll bring them up. Boom. So Lisboa, Hernandez. I think Hernandez is going to win a split decision. I literally wrote down Hernandez split decision. Is that a great idea to throw that as your most confident dog on the card? To say, yo, I'm going Hernandez by split decision. Confidence is high. That's the lock. No, I can't, bro. And Park's a physical specialist. Park might beat his ass. I might be overlooking Park completely. I won't lie. It's because Park has fought shit opposition, whereas Hernandez has fought better opposition and lost. But still, got that dog in him. Gritty till the end. Can wrestle hard. I think Hernandez can win a close decision here against Park, especially if he mixes in some wrestling and it's successful, especially in the later stages of the fight. I do think maybe a Hernandez spread because I don't think he's getting knocked out, and I think he can nab around. We don't know about Park going late against higher level guys. We'll see. Looking at what is split decision for Hernandez. Hernandez by split decision. That actually sucks. It's only plus 600. If it was plus 1,000, I'd say we're going savage mode on it. But I do think Hernandez probably ends up winning a competitive split decision. Could definitely lose it too, though, to be fair. But I feel like Hernandez could have a decent enough performance. I mean, look at Park's UFC wins. Sue Guk Choi, who's not very good, and Shannon Ross, who's not good at the time he got to the UFC, at least, to give him some respect. Come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? And then let's talk Lisboa. I think Lisboa's got a fighting chance against Luana Santos, though. Santos coming up from 125. Previously did fight in the bantamweight division. She missed weight, weirdly, and then she was down fighting at flyweight, now moving up after a loss to Casey O'Neill. Lisboa last time fought Rivana Oliveira. She won the first 2 rounds, kind of looking at the end, though, getting taken down a bit. But her wrestling looks strong early, beat Jessica Rose Clark and submitted her too. Lisboa has a good striking background. She fought Valentina Shevchenko twice in kickboxing, or Muay Thai-ish kickboxing game is pretty smooth. She's a solid stand-up fighter, but also has good physicality. Even fought Norma Dumont in her MMA debut. So Lisboa's fought some good, savage women. And now she's fighting Luana Santos, who might have a little wilt and quit in her. I don't know about Luana Santos. I mean, she's young as fuck, though, right? This is why the Lisboa side is not the savage dog, because we have a 25-year-old Luana Santos who could have made some strides since the last time and look way better at 135. And we have a 34-year-old Lisboa who had a knee surgery and has been out like a year and a half. Lisboa could give her a bit of, an older sister type lesson. And she is an underdog at plus 145, naturally a little bit bigger, maybe naturally a little stronger, maybe able to take her down, control her a bit. Lisboa's striking looks good. I think Lisboa's got a fighting chance as an underdog, man. And I like Lisboa to win. I'm going plus 145 Lisboa. I would go for the money line. I wouldn't chase nothing else if you're going for the dog in this one. Maybe in a parlay if you want to add some juicy odds. But yeah, give me Lisboa as an underdog pick in this fight. I think she does handle the, somewhat talented Luana Santos, but a little overrated Luana Santos. Next section. Let's talk about the Degen props of the night. We're not going super Degen with them. To be honest with you, we're keeping it smart. Over 2.5. Tisha versus Luana Pinheiro around the minus 455 range. I also think Tisha's probably going to win a decision, which currently sits at a shitty minus 225. Wow, it's not even plus money, so no fun in that. But yeah, she probably gets a decision win. Tisha's a relatively confident pick. I just didn't want to put her in the most confident pick section with some of these women because what if Pinheiro ends up pulling through? But I think Tisha wins, man. She's an honorable mention. Next up, the under in the Bellato and Craig fight. Under 1.5, no. Go under 2.5 at minus 400. It's better. I do think that fight most likely ends in a finish, and I would say that is pretty damn live. Now, I am not crazy about the Degen prop section this week. I don't know, for whatever reason. Sometimes the Degen prop section, I don't know. Something just tells me there's good parlays to make, and the props that I want to throw down, I've kind of already discussed in the other sections. And I think that one of the props that I like is only really worthwhile in a parlay. And I do think it hits. I do think it hits, man. I'm looking at Camilo by sub at plus 800. Pure Degen call. Not saying he's a lock to get a sub. I think Camilo could also get a KO or decision, and Gabe Green's a hard test for him. But Camilo by sub at 8-1 odds. Sometimes those type of, touches are hard to pass up. And then if Denise Gomes is to get her first submission win as a pro, she does compete in jiu-jitsu. It's plus 525 against Elise Reed, but the official pick, decision. All right, I want to jump to the next damn section, man. I'll move on. Can I get to it, please? Let's jump to it. Everybody's favorite section, my favorite, your favorite. It's time for the parlays to play. Now, if you guys haven't yet, you're enjoying, make sure you smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the show. Make sure you subscribe. Let's talk the parlays to play for UFC Vegas 106. Listen, I got to pay somebody's rent. So I got to pay the rent parlay. Now, I'm going to say this before I even get into the parlays. I always recommend you do your own research, see where we line up before throwing substantial capital down. And if you really are using UFC bets to cover that rent, you're that much in a pinch, shit, man, you might have more problems than betting on MMA going on. But good luck to you. I'm not trying to discourage you because great success does happen. So first things first, let me pop the Zin in and let's talk at the top. Morales and Ruziboev. I understand minus 195 is no fun. I understand minus 195 doesn't interest many. But it's better than playing, minus, 280-ish range for Ruziboev. And I think Morales wins. You put them together, it's a little bit more bettable. It's safe but boring. It probably hits. 2-fighter parlays, best way to play. And I would be pretty damn surprised if Morales and Ruziboev ends up fumbling the bag. Like if Ruziboev gets fucked up by Stoltzfus, that's going to shock me. And if Morales ends up losing to a 38-year-old Gilbert Burns, I'm probably going to say, what the fuck? Now, actually, I wanted to quickly throw in a safe alternate that I meant to throw in, but I don't believe I did. And I'll just mention it here on the show. So listen, this is why you don't screenshot and bail, because I tell you everything you need to know right here. There's more of an in-depth analysis. You could also do at minus 126, Costa and Morales. So also alternate to the safe but less boring, Costa and Morales to win, minus 126. That 2-leg seems really good too. I like that one a lot, and it's better value if you're looking for a parlay. And yeah, it's a good 2-leg. All right, let's keep moving down. Morales with the Pennington Pinheiro over 2.5 and Craig and Bellato's under 2.5. Maybe you're looking for something with over-unders and you're like, fuck it, I think this makes sense. Minus 142. But again, safe, but on the more boring side. I'll be honest, I like the Costa and Morales one more, just to tell you guys straight up, but I wanted to include a variety for the people watching. Costa, Pennington, Pinheiro over 2.5 at minus 109. This seems pretty damn likely as an alternate to the safe play that's near the plus money tag, near even at minus 109. And I feel like Pennington and Pinheiro, if they fucking somehow get a finish in that fight, I'm going to be shocked. That'll be crazy. I don't see a finish. A Tisha Pennington fight and a finish, they don't normally go hand in hand. And Costa, I like McQuizio Costa, man. I think he's going to fuck Rosa up. So I like the odds for that one. And I think it's pretty damn likely at minus 109 to come through. Now, if you're looking for a big three, maybe you want something in the plus 150 range, you need to be in plus money territory. Ruziboev with Costa and DelValle. I think that's a solid big three at plus 158. I do think those three pull through. But of course, there has to be a slight asterisk on DelValle. UFC debut, Contender Series guys, and I do worry as he moves up the ranks, he's going to get caught with the lack of head movement. But ultimately, I don't think Matthews is the guy to check him yet. So plus 158 for the big three. Let's keep moving down to explain further. Moisés and Camilo. I think this is a good alternate. Brazilian Savage alternate. Camilo should beat Gabe Green. I don't know if Gabe Green's going to make weight. He's cutting to 155. He was formerly at welterweight, and he was pretty thick at welterweight. Not one of the tallest guys, but he had a lot of mass on him. Getting to 155, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it does seem either that he's going to have a lot of trouble on the scale or he's going to have lost some substantial size on him. I'm really excited for the weigh-ins for that one, but I do think Camilo wins as a prospect, looking for a fight, up-and-comer, beat the guy that ran down at the press conference and got a deal to fight on the Korean Zombies promotion with Dana White and a chance to get in the UFC. And then Thiago Moisés on the other side, obviously, Savage Doglock, plus 196. I like the chances. Now, we keep moving down. Solid play. Ruziboev, Costa, DelValle, and the Pennington Pinheiro over 2.5. I do like the chances. It's the big three with a confident over. I think at plus 212, it's got a relatively good chance of hitting. But of course, your likelihood of success continues to diminish as you add more pieces to the legs because shit goes sideways in the fight game. But ultimately, that does make a lot of sense at more than 2-to-1 money. Now, the next one, pay the rent. Please, if you're actually going down and paying the rent, I need you to get some help. I'm worried about you, to be honest. If it's all getting, if the week's worth of cash is you going on the street or you winning this parlay and you're staying home, I'm worried about you because eventually shit can go awry. But this week, I think we got you. Okay, pay the rent. We got one prop, we got one favorite, and we got one underdog. We're going Ruziboev by knockout. We're going McQuizio Costa, and we're going Thiago Moisés plus 511 to pay the motherfucking rent. Holy shit, you got your last $200 and you're short on rent. You ask yourself, is it worth it? Well, I guess YOLO it. Yeah, if you're actually paying the rent with this, though, I'm worried about you. To be honest, genuine worry. So bet responsibly, please. You know what I'm saying? Please. But yeah, pay the rent. Ruziboev KO, Costa and Moisés plus 511. Let's go. Rent is paid. Next up, we got a fire play. Moisés, Morales, Ruziboev, Costa, DelValle, Pennington, Pinheiro over 2.5, and Craig Bellato under 2.5 plus 644. I put fire, but see, fire is taken in our generation. It's fire, yo, that's lit. I can't wait. Fire, bro, you might be getting fucking burned on this motherfucker because there's so many legs to it. You understand? That's a little play on words there. It's fire if it hits, but it could also be fire and burn ya. So we shall see. I do like the chances of those results coming to reality, but honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 legs, we're in Degen territory. And it's only plus 644, which is annoying. Let's keep moving down. I went a little savage play. I'm like, all right, I need 4 and I need savagery. Holy fuck, Lisboa, you better win. Holy fuck, Moisés, you better win. Costa, you better win. Ruziboev, you better win. Plus 959 for the savage play. I feel like Darth Vader. It's savage, bro. It's savage at plus 959, but I feel like it hits. Unless Luana Santos has made some strides, she ain't winning. Moisés, he'll handle. Costa, he'll handle. Ruziboev, he'll handle. At plus 959, I think the savage play is more than live. I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I'm clenching my fucking pearls over here. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's keep moving down. We got a Degen play in the next one. I left the E out because this wasn't enough space, but it's still Degen. Holy fuck. Ruziboev, Costa, Moisés, Lisboa, Morales, over 2.5 Pennington Pinheiro, and under 2.5 Craig Bellato. So, throwing underdog, Moisés on the lineup. You're throwing underdog, Lisboa on the lineup. You're throwing fucking Morales in the main. You got the overs, the unders. You got the Ruziboevs. There's a lot of shit on that one. All right. Another crazy one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Am I counting right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 leg. Plus 1708. I wish you nothing but great success. I wish you nothing but great success. I hope the Degen comes to fruition, but it's a Degen lotto ticket for a reason. Okay? It is. That's the truth of it all. It's a Degen lotto ticket. And then let's keep moving down. One more. Ruziboev KO, Costa, Moisés, Lisboa, and Camilo. So you're paying your rent and then some with the Savage Degen play at plus 2,045. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's really the only thing I got to say. That's a Savage Degen holy shit play. Pay the rent and then some. Obviously, as I'm saying these things, it's fun plays on words, pay the rent, this and that, but be smart, please. Do your own research and see where we line up. At the end of the day, you're going to blindly tell and succeed sometimes, but I'm telling you what I'm thinking. And the best way to play is to do your research and see where you line up with me. So you got, two minds instead of one on this shit. I hope you guys enjoyed the parlay section. You better drop some of yours in the damn comments. I want to hear from the people. And if you're thinking about playing any of these, let me know which one has caught your eye or which of the several has caught your eye. And I know there's definitely going to be some people attacking that pay the rent call. So let's fucking bring the thunder with the pay the rent. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of this week's Best MMA Bets. A little bit of a late night drop if you're watching when it's coming out. But hey, late night savagery sometimes. I love each and every one of you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Smash the like button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the show. Subscribe to the channel. Keep it locked in. I got daily content, daily live streams. You do not want to miss a thing on the channel. Make sure you turn on the post notifications too. W in the comments if you got nothing to say to boost the algorithm for your boy. And I appreciate the continued love and support. And I love each and every one of you savages who do support me. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Much love. Peace out.